Coolest guy, hello. Welcome, welcome. You're always like the first one in here. Thank you for joining me, man. This beautiful Friday night. We're painting Horus Heresy era Dark Angels. What are you up to tonight? Nothing. Oh, good. Well, thank you for joining me, man. It's very quiet here at my place. The girls just went down to sleep. Fingers crossed they stay asleep all night, leaving me plenty of time to finish painting these First Legion guys. I promised, or I made an oath of moment for my Great Crusade on my Discord that I would finish an entire squad of these by tomorrow midnight. And I don't know why I said that, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to knock them out as fast as I can, and we will see. That was a young man's that was a young man's promise, not a dad of twins. I have a hard time sleeping at night. Ah, well, we can do it. That's right, folks. We are painting Warhammer on a Friday night. The First Legion here in Mark 6 armor. I think I'm just about done with the main part of him, so I'm going to move on to the transfers. In fact, you know what? I'm going to show off. Let's do a little bit of checker work, because that's what the Dark Angels are all about. The picture's really bad. Oh no. Let me see if I can fix the how do I fix the settings? The new Raven Guard Combat Patrol, yes, and the officer looks really cool. Very grainy. Okay. I don't know if it's the my phone, if there's something I could change on the settings, because it's probably like broadcasting and it's not the optimal 1020. Maybe I just have to get them up close to the lens like this. All right, let's issue anything fancy. I've got till midnight tomorrow night, so 23 and a half hours. Oh, my birthday's over. 23 and a half hours to finish a squad of Mark 6 Dark Angels. And I timed this one out, and not counting the fancy helmet, painting the model took me about, it's a bitrate problem. It took me about like half an hour. So if I can batch paint and assembly line this guy, or the rest of the squad, we're going to be holding bolters and are not armed with the lightning fist, then I think I should be good to go. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate you. Bitrate problem. How do I... Austin, what's up, my brother? Austin, didn't you say you had a wedding? Was that you that was getting married a couple nights ago? All right. It's just not a clear picture. I know. I don't know how to get it clear. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of YouTube shorts. I don't know if you guys have follow me. No, mine was the birthday. Oh yeah, the birthday 3 days ago. Okay, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday. So I'm gonna be doing a tactical squad, which is this one, for his right shoulder pad, and I will be doing these symbols I just learned from looking up on Reddit was for like to represent veterans of the Unification Wars. I don't think so, but you know what? Just to check, let me see if wiping the lens does anything. Did that help at all? Oh, I don't know. It looks a little clear to me. Yeah, Austin is the man. He was generous enough to purchase channel memberships for 20 people in a live stream last week. So I hope you have a great happy birthday. I'm going to be doing a series of videos for a bunch of the Horus Heresy era stuff, and I will be crediting you in the ones that I think are more interesting. Austin, I'll be doing like tutorials and unboxings and all sorts of stuff. So just to say thank you for supporting the channel so greatly this past month. That is all going to be in the pipe, as we say. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on cutting out the tactical squad marking, which is really cool. It's very Dark Angels-y, looks very creepy and occultish, which I think a lot of this Dark Angels like symbology is very occultish looking. Thank you, dude. That's super awesome. Can't wait to watch. Right on. It's free and you get cake. Just put your address in chat. Hello. Yep. And a birthday and social security number. But like these, I think are interesting because there's no description for them yet. But I will share with you my knowledge of what I just learned online tonight. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, Aaron. I don't know why it's I don't know why it's still blurry after. It might be the bitrate. It might be the problem. It could be the phone. This phone is a iPhone 11, so it's as weathered as like any of the first founding legions. But I don't. It could be the Wi-Fi and the bitrate. All right. So what I learned online was that this is there are 6 wings in the Dark Angels' first founding legion. In their original 30K Horus Heresy era. You got the Storm Wing, which I don't remember what they were about. You got the Raven Wing, which were the bikes. Storm Wing might have been, I don't know, like flyers, air superiority. You got the Dread Wing, which were the Terminators in the first company. You've got the Fire Wing. I think the Fire Wing were, no, they weren't the Destroyers. That was here, the Dread Wing. The Dread Wing were the Destroyers that used like nuclear and very, very bad stuff. And then you've got the Iron Wing, which were over here, which is all the vehicles and the dreadnoughts. And I think that was really cool that the Dark Angels had their wings for all of their special troops. And yeah, learning about everything that's on this transfer sheet is really good because then you can make better decisions about where everything goes. Okay, so we'll quickly cut out the tactical squad symbol. Yeah, how was that preview today? New leagues, Chaos Dwarves for Age of Sigmar. I was really hoping the Chaos Dwarves would show up in the old world, but I guess they already got the Grand Cathay army for the old world, so all those reimagined Chaos Dwarves, they do look pretty good. I've been making my models myself for about 35 years. Just started up a page about 2 weeks ago. Right on. Making models. I want to use this time to encourage you all, if you're not a part of my Discord, if you want to head over there, check it out. Sign up to become a member. We're doing a summer painting project. It's a global goal of painting up 5,000 minis, but it's really like just whatever you can paint. And every week you set a personal goal, what I call an oath of moment, to paint something that might be something in your backlog or in your pile of shame, and give yourself the week to do it. And if you're able to accomplish it, then your finished model would count as like a separate amount of points, like more points. So say I put this guy up as an oath of moment and I finished him, instead of counting as one model to our 5,000 model goal, then he would count as like 3 models or whatever the point value would be. It's a lot of fun, and it's a way to get yourself painting. If you're excited about painting in the hobby, but you just can't work up the motivation to do it, then my summer painting challenges are always fun. And this one, we've set a very, very ambitious goal worldwide to paint up 5,000 miniatures by the end of August. So the Discord link is in the description. Head on over. It's also just a great place to hang out. And if you have things you want to share, miniatures, painting projects, work in progress, if you just want to hang out and chat and see what else everybody else is doing, then come on over. If you're enjoying the stream also, I do hope you'll hit that like button or send me a comment. You just being here and watching, I say this all the time, but it's really true. You just being here tells the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, that my content is worth sharing. So even if you're just lurking and you don't do anything, but you do have me playing in the background, I want to say thank you. Thank you for having me here with you, whatever you're doing right now. Let's get some minis painted this summer. I'm gonna let that dry. Microset, so helpful in getting the model or the transfer placed. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. Yeah, they are tricky buggers. The Microset and Microsol, just they help so much, but it does require a little bit of finesse to get them onto the model. The worst feeling in the world is when you've got one of these Forge World transfers and you're right about to put it on and it folds and you ruin it and it's like lost forever. You only get so much on the sheet, so that's always a pain in the butt. One thing that's cool is that these hooded figures are meant to represent, I think I mentioned this earlier, but veterans of the Soul Wars and the Unification Wars to unite the solar system. So they're all going to be Terran-born, and I think it's a cool distinction that if you have Dark Angels from the 30K with these hooded Reaper signs, symbols, then that means that they're Terran-born veterans of the Unification. You can also use these on their vehicles. The Grim Reaper for the Dark Angels represents some old veterans of the Unification Wars. We'll do a little bit more, and then I'm going to have to cut the stream for a little bit, and we'll see if I can get back to it. But I do want to finish this guy if I can. And I think the last thing we'll do is we'll put a golden lion on his greave. Maybe something on his power fist. Waylon, thank you. I just paint mainly. I've got a YouTube channel about painting these guys, and I've also got an eBay store where I post up the models that I paint. So if any of you are interested in checking that out, then if it's not linked in the description, then you can find it by going to eBay, see what I've got in stock right now by looking up my store name, which is WarbossTae. It had gotten to be so like time consuming for me. I was able to paint, but I wasn't able to get out to go to stores to play or to game. So all of my codexes and all of my army books would just sit on my shelf collecting dust. And that is why I kind of stopped playing. Also too, when I moved from Hawaii, the gaming scene in the local area where I wasn't very big or wasn't very active. So there wasn't really much incentive to keep learning the rules, and the rules kept changing every couple of years. And the good thing with painting techniques is that that never changes. Once you learn a good style for painting gold or doing dry brushing or metallic details, you don't need to change it up with every rule change and addition change. Whereas if you play the game and you're rolling dice and that's what you're interested in, then you have a little bit more that you have to keep up with. And not knocking it, like I used to love playing the game. That was what I did primarily. I had a completely unpainted 3rd edition Warhammer Fantasy Orcs and Goblins army. It was so much fun, and it was like 90% metal. Those old models, I would just carry them in this big Tupperware box, and they would crash around and get broken by the time I got to the store. I was only like 12 years old. And the ones that I did paint, they looked absolutely horrible. Nobody wanted to play me. They're like, oh, here comes that kid with all the busted looking Orcs and Goblins. But I had so much fun, and Orcs and Goblins were such a fun army to start learning the game with in Warhammer Fantasy. I loved playing the game, and I hated to paint because I was just a teenager then, just wanted to roll dice. It's funny how our passions evolve and change over time. Look at that. Look at that golden lion. That looks amazing. I don't even know what it symbolizes, but I think it looks terrific off the black. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to paint a Dark Angels Mark VI Legionary. So that's going to be coming out. And if you're interested in replicating this color scheme, he's a little different from the Black Templars that I just painted recently. The Black Templars have highlights on their black armor that bring it up to a bluish tint with Fenrisian gray and Thunderhawk blue. These highlights bring up a black armor to a bluish, if the light is shining directly onto it, like a bluish tone. Whereas what I tried to go for with the Dark Angels is a more utilitarian and dusky grayish black. And I think I got it pretty well. The closest Warhammer store near me is like an hour away. I'm currently working on a Death Guard army. Right on, Waylon. Thank you, Austin. I like how it's turned out too. So we'll do the base work, and then we're gonna finish. The base work is always my favorite part. It's like it's my victory lap when you get to the end of a paint job. It's my favorite part to do, and I do it so easily. What I used to do was do the base work at the very beginning of a paint job. I would assemble the model on the base, and then I would glue all of the basing material on, and then I would spray prime it while I'm priming my models. And then as I'm painting my miniature, it would still be primed, and that primer would hold it in place. The primer would hold the basing material, like the ballast, in place. And I'm clearing the nozzle of glue using a long barbecue skewer. So that's the nozzle, full of stuck basing glue. And then at the end of the paint job, you have all this primered sand, right, on your base. Then I would just dry brush it. I would wash it. I would dry brush it again to get to a lighter color. Then I would add like tufts of grass. And it's like a whole added process on top of painting the model itself. So when I found this product, Geek Gaming Scenics, I was totally like blown away. And I was like, this is the way I should have been doing it. And again, it's like as I got older thing. As I got older, I wasn't as interested in taking a lot of time doing what I call extra work. That's like assembling, building the models. If I could get all my models already built, ready to go, then I'd be so happy. It's the building that takes hours, and then doing all this extra stuff like the base work and the transfers and all the final details. And if you're into doing all of that extra stuff, that's fine. But my goal as a YouTuber is, I think my niche, my corner of this YouTube like environment is that I want to teach people and show people how to do clean, high tabletop quality paint jobs in a minimum amount of time that's going to look great from the tabletop away and is going to make you proud and happy, because it's going to take just a minimum amount of time and it's going to look like really nice. As Austin said, super clean. So the last thing I'm going to do right here to finish this guy off is I'm going to put some micro sol on these transfers. Micro set softens them up, and micro sol, you should have waited, I should have waited like maybe an hour more, but yeah, see, it's still a little wet and moving around. So maybe I'll wait till morning. I'll put a little bit, but you don't want to put too much microsol while the transfer is still, what's the word, pliable from the microset. Otherwise, it might float away. Like baby Moses, might float away. So the full tutorial is coming. I just wanted to do this live to show you all what I was working on and take you on the exciting journey of finishing this model. And I have done that. I have accomplished it in 23 minutes. The actual process of batch painting, assembly line painting this unit is going to be so fast. And if you decide to follow my tutorial, you could do it on Mark III Marines, maybe the new Mark II Marines that are coming out with the Saturnian box, but the color scheme is going to be the same. And you can replicate it very easily. If you have the Dark Angels transfer sheet, that's going to make it a lot easier, but you don't need it. The transfers that come in the 30K box look like they're going to be the same, practically the same. And it's just you're going to have to maybe freehand some of this Dark Angel stuff. But yeah, I hope you check it out, and I hope you are inspired from checking out this live stream to go to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted. My goal is to do like 3 YouTube shorts every day, real quick vignette style wrap-ups of what I've been working on, or recaps of like any of the latest news. Like I have a bunch of videos in the pipe for the big reveal show earlier today. I'm probably gonna have to hit this with a matte varnish too to dull down that shine. It's pretty shiny. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on in the studio. And if you decide you really like my content and you want to help support me, then a super chat or becoming a channel member is always appreciated, and it really does help me out. I mentioned this a lot, but it does mean so much to me to get that kind of support. So spread the word, hit that like button, thumbs up, share share my content around to anybody you know, and thank you for watching. I'm gonna be posting pictures of this guy up on the Discord, and then I'm gonna finish filming the rest of the tutorial for how to do these guys and try to finish them up. The goal, like I said, a very auspicious and ambitious goal of painting the rest of these 9 Mark VI Dark Angels before midnight tomorrow. That way I will complete my Oath of Moment, and each of these guys is going to be worth 3 models. It's going to help us get closer to our 5,000 model goal by the end of August. I finally got onto Discord right on. Excellent. I got my Krieg project posted, so I'll post more as it goes. Like I said, guys, if you are getting motivated about painting, if you have a project, Krieg sounds like it's going to be a lot of infantry, a lot of fun, then I hope you join the Discord. You're going to get really motivated by joining the Great Crusade this year. So many people are posting their miniatures from all around the world. And if you've got a backlog or a project that's coming up, you want to be a part of it. You're painting the best Legion. I am. I know it's taken me a while to actually paint these guys, but I'm really happy. In fact, if this goes well, if I'm able to achieve my goal by painting all 10 of these Mark 6 guys by tomorrow midnight, then my goal is to continue painting some Dark Angels like this Leviathan Dreadnought and a Rhino. Then I might either sell them all separately. Gotta dust these off, they've been built and primed. Then I might sell them separately on eBay or all together as a lot, and that'll be a lot of fun. But the main goal for now, keeping my eyes on the prize, is gonna be this unit of Mark 6 guys. I need to paint my 3K Heresy army now. Frank, what Legion are you painting? And yep, now I'm on the Great Crusade. Very good. And the Krieg miniatures, so much fun. I've got an entire Tupperware of Krieg Forge World miniatures that need to be primed and painted. But they're all going to be coming back after, of course, yeah, Dark Angels. I don't know why I would ask that after your first comment, Frank. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you'll join me again, and I hope you check out all of my videos on my channel. You guys are awesome. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next live stream or in the next video.